Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at issue 477 of the White Dwarf magazine and all this good stuff that's included this month. Here we go, here's issue 477 of the White Dwarf magazine. This is the June 2022 issue, a really nice cover this month, and these are the covers you get if you sign up and pay in advance, and then you get it delivered each month. And it works out a lot cheaper. It works out just £5 per month doing it that way, and you can pay for it every 3 months. So £15 every 3 months and you'll get it delivered. So I think that's a really good way to go, because otherwise this is going to be £6.99. So if you like collecting and you know you're going to get the White Dwarf magazine every month anyway, it's well worth doing. So here's the cover though. I'll open it up because they spread it across the whole cover, but really nice images and really going quite sinister this month. But in this video now we'll have a look through the whole magazine, and hopefully that'll give you an idea as to whether or not you want to get a copy yourself. And then once we've looked through it, I'll go through all the good stuff that they've included, and there's loads of good things here to have a look at this month. This is probably the most they've packed in for a long time, so lots to look at later on. But let's start by going through the magazine. So here we are, let's have a look. So this tells you all about the subscription service. So if you sign up to that, that's how you make the save-in. A little introduction from the editor, and then we'll go into the contents, and quite varied this month, so I think a little bit for almost everybody. So really good variety in this issue. So you're going to get lots of Age of Sigmar, Warcry, more Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40,000, focusing on the World Eaters this month, more 40,000, Horus Heresy, Necromunda and Black Library. So nice selection. And so first of all we get to see some of these images of models people have sent in that they've painted. So these are always interesting to see what people come up with, and going with completely different colour schemes and things, so you can get some nice ideas from this section. Then Worlds of Warhammer, where you look at the background of Age of Sigmar and 40k. This month it's focusing on campaign play for 40,000, so that's going to give you some info and background on that. Then we've got Age of Sigmar, some nice big images of battlefields here, really great photography, and again good references to see how you might like to paint your army. I love what they've done here, this is really cool, that looks awesome. So you can pick out some really nice terrain tips from these photos as well, and this is always one of my favourite things from these kind of publications. Then we've got Flashpoint Clash for Age of Sigmar, looking at realmscapes. So lots to learn about there, some background. And then we've got the Tome Celestial. This is Flashpoint Clash, and this is all going to be about the Flesh Eater Courts this month. So if you're a fan of the Flesh Eater Courts, this is going to be a great issue for you. You're going to get some updates to the rules, so you're going to get the new rules for them. You're going to get Battle Tome updates, War Scroll updates, Open Play, Match Play, Path to Glory, and then it's going to go into a campaign, and then you can see Peril of the Ragged King. So there we go. So lots to look at, lots to play out. And then Warcry. So really cool to see Warcry getting this continued attention now as the months go on. And look at this image, really great. It really sets the scene for including these new models for Bladeborn. So this is going to be featured in the cards you'll see later on. So they provided a load of cards this month for Warcry again. So this is going to give you some new rules to play, and it's going to be based around those Bladeborn fighters from Underworlds. So you're going to get the Cruel Boys, Thunderstrike Stormcasts, Ogre Moor Tribes, Soulblight Gravelords, and these match with all the new sets that have come out recently. Then you've got some new battles to play. And so that's great. That's everything for Warcry. Nice section, some new rules, bringing those Bladeborns into play, and then some new battles to play out, designed around those warbands. Then we've got a Tale of 4 Warlords. These are always good for pictures as well. This includes these Whispers and Whims of the Gods, and these have been designed to replace the traditional battle tactics in a game. So they're all included there. Then you've got the 4 different armies all laid out. Great images again, all labelled, so you can check that out against the references. And brilliant to see all the different images too. So this is one of the nice parts of White Dwarf magazine, getting to see the battles in action, getting to read about what the players are explaining their choice when they put their armies together, how they play out in the different battle rounds. all this kind of giving you ideas of tactics you might want to employ with your army. So yeah, I think these are really nice sections in the White Dwarf magazine. So really nice. Now we're on to Warhammer 40,000, and we're going to see a big section for the World Eaters. And you're going to get loads here, so you're going to get a nice bit of background to read through. So some reading to get on with, quite a lot by looking at it. Then we got the new rules. So you've got the Warlord traits, Legion traits, a bit about the units, stratagems, relics. You've got 2 data cards there for Kharn the Betrayer, Khorne the Berserkers, and then some fiction to read as well. Then we're going to go into Galactic War Hosts, and this is a series of modelling and painting articles. And again, this is going to focus on World Eaters. So you've got a nice colour wheel there with all the colours that are designed around this army, and some great images. Again, brilliant reference images, so you can check that out, get some inspiration. So lots to go through here for loads of different units. Look at all this. So yeah, if you're a fan of these, I think this is a really great issue. Packed. I think it's pretty much covered every model that you could get for them, or every unit. And then some breakdowns as well. Some really good paint guides here on how to achieve this kind of look. And we're still going. Some ideas for bases. Got to get those skulls on there. Lots of skulls. And now we're on to Echoes from the Warp. And Echoes from the Warp talks about the rules, tactics and development of Warhammer 40,000. And it's focusing a lot on the knights in this article. Now we've got Zone Mortalis. So if you're into Horus Heresy, this looks really interesting. This is going to give you some different ways to fight battles. You're going to need the rules from the main book though. So once you get that Age of Darkness box set, you'll get the main rules, and this can be used in conjunction with that. But you can play on table sizes from as small as 2 by 2 foot here with these. So that's really interesting. And I'm looking forward to having a really good read through this. I only flicked through it quickly, because it only came in the post today, so I'm looking forward to having a read through this. But it's going to include things like fighting in small spaces like corridors and chambers and things like that. You've got rules for doors and all sorts. So yeah, this is really interesting to look at, and can't wait till the weekend where I'll be publishing loads of videos for Horus Heresy. So if you're picking up the box set, you can build yours alongside me and watch loads of videos on the different things included in the box, going through the book, all sorts of things. So look out for that this weekend. This gives you a little mission to play out, and this is on a 4 foot by 4 foot board here, but you can again play it on smaller ones with smaller forces, and you can see they've used some of the Necromunda terrain here to show how you can get involved in these cramped fights. So yeah, really interesting. Now we're on to Necromunda itself, and this is Lore in the Bad Zones, and this is going to include new rules for the Bad Zone Enforcers gang, and so lots of new rules. So if they're the gang you play, this could be for you, or maybe you're considering trying a new gang. Maybe the rules will be appealing. So there's quite a few pages dedicated to that. Then we've got Black Library Revelations. So you can have a little read through there, a little taster. And then finally, at the back, we get Inside the Studio and the Hobby Bingo, if you want to give that a shot. And then that's the end of the magazine, and then usually it tells you what's coming next time. So we're going to get Kill Team Kill Zones in the next issue. So if you like Kill Team, you want to try out some new Kill Zones, this could be really appealing, and that's going to be on sale from the 15th of July. But that covers everything in this issue 477, June 2022 White Dwarf magazine. But we're not finished yet. We've still got to look at all these freebies that came in the magazine this month. And so that includes all the cards, all the fighter cards and abilities for the Warcry warbands. So these are the Xandar's Truth Seekers, Exiled Dead, Black Powder's Buccaneers and the Cunning Crew. And they've snuck in a little paint recipe card as well, which is probably quite handy to keep hold of if you want to keep track of your paint schemes for your different models that you're painting. Now what they've done here on these is they've put the different warbands on the back of other warbands cards. So you've got Black Powder's Buccaneers here, but if you flip to the other side, you see you've got one for the Exiled Dead. So if you wanted to play both of those warbands, you're not going to be able to use the cards. So, you know, that's a little disappointing, but I mean, there is a lot here, to be fair, so can't complain too much. If you only want to play one of them, it's going to work out just perfectly. You've got the abilities on separate cards, so each one of those is separate at least. But yeah, just bear that in mind that most of these, as with this section here, on the reverse, they're going to have the other warband. So yeah, you could always get 2 magazines if you wanted to, but I'm sure if you're playing with a friend, they could get a copy of the magazine for themselves and then choose the warband they want to go with. So there's all the cards for Warcry, 2 sheets all together. So really nice addition, and great that they're keeping up to date with all the Warcry things coming out. Then there's some stickers, and this is for Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. You've got a little code here as well to unlock a unique weapon if you're into that. But nice to get some stickers, so they're pretty good. Then you've got the War Scrolls for Khorne Berserkers, Carnal Throne, and then Kharn the Betrayer on the back as well. So it looks like you've got 2 cards here for the Berserkers. And then you've got this. And this sheet contains the World Eater's stratagem. So you've got strategic ploys, you've got battle tactics, strategic ploy stratagem, more battle tactics, requisition, epic deed. So there you go. And then on the back, you've got the nice image there as well. So you get those included too. So a good week for World Eaters. Great if you're into Warcry for all these freebies too. So that's covered everything included in this month's issue, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Also hope it's given you a good idea about what to expect should you like to pick up a copy for your own collection. But thanks so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.